Today we are going to the state of Tennessee. So did you know that Tennessee has 59 state parks, one of the most visited state parks in the United States, the Great Smoky Mountains. So we're gonna go to the state parks, we're gonna visit, the state has no income tax, so that's good. I'm gonna talk about the entire state of Tennessee. We're not just sticking to Memphis today, we are going to the whole state, tell you about the state parks, what we're doing, unpacking the best of Tennessee, and we're gonna see if Tennessee is calling you home. Little pros and cons about Tennessee, some fun, quirky bits you may not know. Let's get into Tennessee. Hey y'all, welcome back to Living in Memphis in the Mid-South. I am Amy Clark, your go-to realtor for living and buying real estate in the Mid-South. If you need to sell your house, you want to list it, give me a call. If you want to buy something, give me a call. If you need anything related to Memphis, Tennessee, call me and I will be your go-to realtor. Let's get into this one. Hit that like button, subscribe if you like any of my videos. I appreciate you guys watching and following me. I've heard from some of you guys, you really like my videos, and that just warms my heart. I can't believe that it just feels so funny to me that people are actually watching these videos. I'm not just sitting here in my office talking to nobody. So I appreciate that there's somebody on the other end of this camera. The volunteer state has everything you need in real estate. You can get a rental house, you can get a mansion, you can live in an iconic historical figures house, you can live in the Smoky Mountains, you can live on the Bluff City, you can live on the Mississippi River. So you can have a condo on the river, you can have a mansion in Nashville, you can live in an upscale site like Brentwood or Germantown, or you can live in a college city like Knoxville, Tennessee. But don't forget to hit the other end of the state, Pigeon Forge. I was living in Knoxville when I was in college. I went to the University of Tennessee and we would go snow skiing. So there's no beaches in Tennessee, but you do have snow skiing. So that is fun. And that was one of the places I got a speeding ticket. So don't, word to the wise, if you are traveling from Knoxville to Pigeon Forge, maybe to go snow skiing or to go to Dollywood, don't speed. Those state troopers will catch you. So that was one of my last speeding tickets. We don't ever want to get a speeding ticket in Tennessee. You can also think of Tennessee being a killer vacation spot. You've got Ruby Falls in Chattanooga. That is so fun. That's indoor waterfalls with your stalagmites and your stalactites all forming together, and there's a big waterfall. It's dark and they play the Star Wars music in there. Well, they did when I was there, but it is so much fun. You have waterfalls, barbecue, music, history, civil rights museums. There are so many different things to do and see when you are traveling through the state of Tennessee. I'm gonna give you some home buying tips, where you can buy a house, where you should buy a house, and look at some cool towns in Tennessee other than just Memphis. Whether you're looking to relocate or just visiting, give me a call, hit that subscribe button, tap that bell for notifications, and let me know in the comments what you liked about the state of Tennessee. I'd love to help you find your perfect spot here. Now let's start with why Tennessee real estate rocks. You can buy a Craftsman bungalow in Memphis. You can buy condos in Nashville. You can buy rolling ranches in Nashville. You can buy great homes, and there's an affordability base for everyone of every walk of life. You can buy, in Memphis proper, you can get into a house for under $187,000. In the suburbs, it's gonna be more like $450,000. Nashville is gonna be the same way. You're gonna have to spend a little bit more money in Nashville, and you're gonna have $180 a square foot to buy a new house, new construction in Memphis. But in Nashville, it's over $240 a square foot to buy new construction in Nashville. Nashville's market is so hot right now, it's hard to get in. You're gonna have to jump the gun and maybe purchase in a hurry if you're moving to Nashville. Or you can move to Clarksville or the Mid-South without breaking the bank. You can, there's crazy affordability all over the state of Tennessee. And yet there's no state income tax, so that is a huge bonus to why people are moving to the state of Tennessee. The state's not taking extra money out of your pocket, so no state income tax. Side note, Mississippi does have a state income tax right now. the governor has just signed that he is eliminating the state income tax. So yay for those of you who live in the state of Mississippi or are going to buy in Mississippi. But back to the great state of Tennessee, the volunteer state. You can get a season pass at Dollywood. You can have Memphis Barbecue Festival in May. And with no state income tax, there's things to do all year round in the state of Tennessee. If you're buying near the Smoky Mountains, your backyard will look just like a postcard. In the state, from traveling from Memphis to, say, Pigeon Forge or like closer to North Carolina, it's going to take you about 9 hours to travel along I-40 to get across the state. So the state of Tennessee is no little state. So there's a huge variety of things to buy in Tennessee. So you can buy a bungalow in Memphis, you can buy quiet retreat in the hills, you can buy riverfront properties, or you can buy ranches. So if you're tempted by any of these, give me a call. I'll help make your Tennessee dream a reality. There are a few cons in Tennessee. So first of all, the interest rates are up there, you know, they're trying to come down. But if you look at my real estate video that I did a few weeks ago about the history rates of last 100 years of interest rates and mortgages, 6% is pretty below average. So 6% is not too high. It is compared to what we were buying 3 years ago when you had 2% interest rates, and the real estate market just went crazy with sellers just selling their house like mad. Interest rates are hovering around 6%. It's not terrible, but your mortgage might feel like, now let's keep it real. There are a few cons to balancing the scales. First of all, interest rates. Second, the Hotspot in Nashville can be very competitive. You're gonna think about the Hunger Games and bidding wars in Nashville. So that's gonna snag. You have to work really quickly to snag your dream home in Nashville. There's another con about living in Tennessee. Tennessee is a wildlife state. There's wildlife everywhere. Germantown is really big tree-lined streets, but every now and then you will find that Farmer Bob's cattle got loose and are running down Poplar Avenue, and they're running in and out of, you know, 6,000 and 7,000 square foot homes in their yards. The police do get called, the farmers do get called, because all the animals are usually, the captive animals, the ranchers' animals, they're usually tagged so you can find out who the owner is pretty quickly. They get fines when their animals get out because it's major streets. But there's wild deer everywhere. A friend of mine called the city. She's like, there is an owl on my house screeching. And the animal control was like, I'm sorry, darling. There's nothing we can do about the owl. They are wildlife and they are allowed to be where they want to be. So that was pretty funny. There's raccoons everywhere. We have the suburban raccoons. Suburban raccoons like sweets. So do not feed blueberry muffins to your raccoons that will get in your trash. If they get into sweets at all in your trash, they will come back and you'll never get rid of raccoons. And you know what a suburban raccoon looks like because he's very fat. And if you see a raccoon during the day, stay away from a raccoon. They're probably rabid. We don't want to get bit or harassed by a dangerous animal, and raccoons are dangerous animals. I'm here to help dodge those critters, so give me a call if you want to move into Tennessee. Let's see what else Tennessee has. They have some epic vacation spots. The Great Smoky Mountains. Time to pack your bags because Tennessee's vacation game is next level. Let's start with the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Over 13 million visitors visit the Smoky Mountains every year, making it the United States' most popular park. You can hike to Clingman's Dome, over 6,600 feet up, for views that'll knock your socks off. Chase the fireflies in the summer, and they often blink in unison, so that's pretty cool when you see all the fireflies. Then there's Falls Creek State Park, 26,000 acres of pure, oh my, waterfalls and trails, and you can camp under the stars near Nashville at Percy Priest Lake. Your spot for boating, fishing, or just floating with a cold drink. With 59 state parks total, Tennessee's your outdoor playground. You want to live near these gems, drop me a line and I'll hook you up. Near the Memphis area, you're gonna have Pickwick Lake though. Pickwick Lake is a favorite for people around here. They're building lots of gorgeous homes on the lake, $1 million homes, $700,000 homes, just fantastic. 4 stories of just windows on every floor, just looking out over Pickwick Lake. So the state parks, they're just, it's something, you can always vacation in Tennessee. But if you want more fun, more indoor activities, Sometimes I'm not always a camper. Sometimes I want to be inside. So we would go to Nashville. Nashville's music scene, bar scene, they are super fantastic hot right now. The Grand Ole Opry. And then you can travel to Memphis and you can hit Beale Street with its legendary jazz, musicians, bars, BB King's bars, restaurants on Beale Street. Those legendary places to go. But in the fall, if you need more fun football, you will head to Knoxville and you'll go to the football games on Saturday. The streets roll up. There's nobody in Knoxville during football games for the Tennessee Volunteers. When I was in college there, I worked at a restaurant lunchtime on game days, and I was off the beaten path. We weren't near the university or the stadium. We would have nobody come into the restaurant to eat. Everybody is at the Tennessee Vols game, especially for a home game. You know, the streets roll up and everything happens down there. You won't want to miss a Tennessee Volunteer football game. If you can wear orange, that's the big deal. You have to be able to wear orange. Orange is one of those colors that you can't get away from in the state of Tennessee. So my history buffs out there, we're gonna visit the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. The Lorraine Motel is a powerful and unforgettable site. It's where Dr. Martin Luther King was tragically murdered, horrifically murdered. And the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge. The museum is shaped like a boat and there's like fake icebergs and you could actually reach out and touch the iceberg. It's just very fun. What a cool thing to do when you go to Pigeon Forge and you go to the Titanic Museum. You could feel like Rose and Jack for a day. Well, you don't want to miss River Cruise River Cruise. Mississippi River in Memphis. You can get on a historical river boat and go through a sunset cruise. They'll give you dinner and then you have drinks and then you go between the two bridges in downtown Memphis. And it's just so exciting when you're down there and you're on the river and it's dark and it's night and you're with your friends and family and you just have a fantastic time rolling on the Memphis Riverboat cruises. Going to Chattanooga. So Chattanooga's kind of in the middle of the state a little bit. It's like Chattanooga's basically a suburb of Atlanta. So it's north of Atlanta in the Tennessee state line. It's Chattanooga. And you're gonna have the aquarium is there. Ruby Falls is there. That's the indoor waterfall. We talked about that just a few minutes ago. But the aquarium is one of the best in the country with sharks and penguins and otters galore. Then ride the incline railway to Lookup Mountain, the steepest passenger railway in the world, and the views are unreal. So if you want to raise your family near any of these spots, give me a call and I will refer you to a realtor in those areas. But if you don't want to move into the Memphis area or your job's locating you in Memphis, just call me. We will get you set up. I will help you find the house, the suburb, or in the city of Memphis, whatever you need, whatever your lifestyle demands out of you and how you're going to feel comfortable in living in the state of Tennessee. Okay, so where are the coolest places to live in the state of Tennessee? Well, Brentwood. We're going to go to Brentwood with its median income. People are making about $160,000 a year there. It's fancy, but it's near Nashville. So Clarksville Chill, their median income is $63,000. So you'll find a much smaller, more affordable town to live in Clarksville. And you're gonna think parks and coffee shops galore in Clarksville. Here in Memphis, we've got soul music. You guys know that. We've got food, music, the riverfront living. It's hard to beat a riverfront sunset from your front yard or your balcony or your patio. Every day you feel like you're at the beach and you're out on the Mississippi River. You can get a house in Memphis for under $300,000. And so it's a little more affordable than the Nashville area. If you love barbecue and history, you will love living in Memphis. And this is gonna be your spot. Okay, that's a wrap for Tennessee. Thank you for watching my video all about Tennessee. 59 state parks, the Smoky Mountains, Ruby Falls. You can go to a football game in Knox County in Knoxville, Tennessee for the Tennessee Volunteers. You're gonna see country music legends, living legends in Nashville. You'll live in a very fancy place in Brentwood, or you're gonna love barbecue and music and river life in Memphis. So any of these places excite you, you're gonna go from the river boat to Pickwick Lake in Tennessee, and then go in the wintertime, just go up to Knoxville You don't have to fly to Colorado. You can go to Knoxville, and there is snow on the mountains in the Smoky Mountains in Knoxville. Or in the summertime, go and visit Dollywood and Dolly Parton for a theme park. That's great. I just love Tennessee so much. Tennessee's been my home for about 35 years. And Tennessee is a great place to live, work, and play. So if you need to move to Memphis in the Mid-South, please give me a call. I'm Amy Clark with Crye-Leike Realtors. If you want to buy a house, sell a house, or just invest in the city, it would be great. My contact number is listed below, and watch for my next video. Thanks for watching Living in Memphis in the Mid-South. Hope to see you soon. Call me.